live. We're live.
We are
We're
not
live on the
live.
Extreme Improv channel. So, welcome everyone. Hello and welcome to the Geek Battle show here on the Extreme Improv Extreme YouTube channel, as well as the Geek Battle YouTube channel. So make sure you smash that subscribe wherever you're watching. Today we're going to be talking about so much. Yesterday was Halloween. We did promise last week that we would have a discussion about what is the greatest horror film of all time on this week's show. So we will do that. We're also going to talk about other things that I'm sure people have seen. Agatha all along is putting our regular performers to sleep as they watch it. I've seen the new Venom movie. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but we'll get into that and so much more, because there's all kinds of new things that are being revealed and rumored and trailered. But as we now have to, let's go to the intro sequence.
Welcome to the Geek Battle Zone. We discuss comics and puny minds are blown. We debate Marvel versus DC, Skeletor, X-Men, and Ron Weasley. Judge David slams down the gavel and Cap dreams of Henry Cavill. It's a Geek Battle stream, nerd rage as we assemble our Geek Avengers team. Welcome to the Geek Battle party. We are the Justice League and our Batman is Marty. Say Hitler's a Tim as movies are greenlit. Every movie that's already seen it. Xbox, Star Wars, and Star Riders. He-Man, Star Trek, and David loves spiders. We battle as Morrow and Disney loves Blink, and we try to crown the Geek of the Week. It's the Geek Battle Show. Welcome to the Geek Battleground, where we use the Force and the One Ring is found. Cap is wrong about Resident Evil 6, and everyone watch out, some shit is thick. Gerald and Tim and Diz will try to win at the Geek Battle quiz. David and Dave will confuse the crew as they dive in the TARDIS of Doctor Who. It's the Geek Battle!
Okay, that will do. It's still got like another 40 seconds left, but that will do. I will make a shortened version for.
I just
future.
realized watching that Gerald, Tim, and Diz are the Professor and Marianne of this show.
Yes. What?
Do you get that reference?
No, I don't. Not at all.
Well, in the original Gilligan's Island theme song, it would only go through Mr. and Mrs. Howell, and then it would say and the rest. But then like the next season they added at the end the Professor and
wait.
Marianne.
Okay. Right. So in fairness, I say
Right.
Halo to Tim because he likes Halo. He's always going on about Halo, so that's in there. And also, Diz rhymes with quiz, so I think that's a pretty strong reference. Like, you know, there's more still to come, guys. There is more still to come. We're going to go.
If this would please anyone, I'd be happy to trade places my dreaming of Henry Cavill with anyone else. I'm happy to do that.
You'd rather be dreaming of Brandon Routh, I understand, right?
Of course. Now he's the guy.
Okay, so let's do our introductions round. So Dave MC isn't here this week, but I know he's in the comments. So you won't see we're not going to have Dave's intro until he's here, even though that was the request I had over the last week. But we do have Capelfade. Okay, so Capelfade. Now, Cap, you've done something sneaky where you're Halloween in your photo, but I don't know if you're actually joining us live.
I am, and here's the thing. I'm the only one who dressed up for today, unlike all of you.
Hang on, look, I promise by the end of the show I will dress up, but I'm trying to think if anyone was like on on Extreme Improv last night. I dressed up, and it was such a freaking nightmare. I couldn't see through the first costume. I had a full head mask on for the second one, and just being like projecting my voice like I do, it was just like deafening me. And so by the end of it, I was just wearing like a wig to be like David Hasselhoff. So by the end, I may be David Hasselhoff. But that was Cap. Cap, do you have a geek trivia fact?
Of course, this is going to be. It's going to answer Nick's question before the show we started. How was my Halloween? Well, outside it was Diwali because this month was very crazy because like Diwali also came in the same day as Halloween because sometimes our holidays mix around depending on the stars and stuff. So outside it was Diwali, but inside I celebrated Halloween. And my geek fact for the day is that Bram Stoker also wrote a mummy story. Which kind of like the curse of the mummy's jewel kind of vibe, but I think he actually influenced the ancient black and white mummy movie with this cursed jewels of Egyptian and stuff like that. And he actually technically kind of started his own monsterverse because like he has his own version of the other monsters. And also, Lovecraft also wrote a mummy story as well, but this was before Call of Cthulhu, so it's kind of like Cthulhu with mummy replaced.
Okay, Cap. I'll give you a point if you join us physically on the stream.
I'll be one of the Twilight vampires if I do that.
That's all right. Just do it. Like, okay. I'll get my costume at some point, But, we just like, if we can be there we go. See, look, I won't make you say the facts again. You can have your point. But next up on the show, Dev, say hello to the people. And do you have a random geek?
Hello to the people. And my geek trivia fact is the CW version of Crisis on Infinite Earths was the most ambitious crossover ever. Having people from the 89 Batman movie, Smallville, Birds of Prey, Brandon Root playing as the Superman Returns Superman, and they also had Ezra Miller in the CW verse for cameo.
Yeah, that aged well, didn't it? Right. So, that was impressive. But do you notice how when they then did the Flash movie, he didn't return the honor, and they didn't allow Gustin anywhere near that movie.
No, but they did get Clooney for some reason.
Yeah, George Clooney. He's the only.
By the way, he went on Graham Norton and actually shitted on the movie that he was in. He said, like, he was given barely any direction. Basically, Joel Schumacher said, okay, Bruce, you're rich, your parents are dead, you got nothing to do, go. That's all the direction
I love that clip. Okay. We also have Ryan say hello to the people and give us a geek trivia fact.
Hi, how's it going? What to say? I think one trivia, which probably, I don't know if it's common knowledge or not, but real corpses are in the movie Poltergeist. Like
amazing.
Skeletons or whatever.
Good. Right. Okay. Well, real corpses are on this show. They're just not dead yet. So, it happens everywhere. Now, okay. We do need to come to who we have next, and what can I say? Yes, Nick, say hello to the people.
Hello to the people. So my geek fact is not so much about the usual geek fact. I'm a big musical theater geek. And the actress that played Jenny Lind in The Greatest Showman was actually not the original actress cast, but she was the one that they used to do the voice recording for Never Enough. The other actress that they had cast, whose name escapes me right now, actually could not lip sync the actress because her range was so high and she would just fall out of sync in the recording. So they decided to record Never Enough live as they were filming the movie.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Question: why couldn't they lip sync? Average TikToker can do that.
Right, but the thing is, because when you sing in a high note, your throat up makes specific movements. That because she wasn't actually singing, the throat was not moving, and the producer was complaining about that.
They should have just cut to a reaction shot of like Hugh Jackman jerking off in the curtain like he was. You know, that would have just covered that moment. So, anyway, you remember that scene, Marty, right? That little shake of the head. Okay, bonus point there. Marty, say hello to the people.
Hello, people. This is Marty. And just to make Cap happy, I won't leave it on, but.
Yeah.
How's it going, everybody?
Awesome.
Yeah, I bought this and I actually didn't get to wear it this year because I ended up working on Halloween night. But my geek fact, I'm just gonna piggyback on Caps because I literally heard this fact like yesterday or the day before. But another author that wrote one of the very first Mummy stories was believe it or not, Louisa May Alcott, who wrote Little Women. And
Was it the sci-fi version of Mummy?
Her story is called Lost in a Pyramid or The Mummy's Curse.
Oh, well, there you go. Good.
I also came across that the first ever Mummy story was actually a sci-fi story where the mummy wakes up like a lot of years in the future.
Yes. Okay, well, that's interesting. Now, have we gone round everyone for their introductions? I'm just having a bit of an issue here, guys. Now, look, Cap, you said like I wasn't in costume, but I just want you to know I am in costume, guys. So this is my costume. I have my Infinity Gauntlet, but this is some like cheap piece of shit. And literally, just as I went to see, could I click my fingers? One of my Infinity Stones fell out. So that's awesome. But if I press on them, then they should light up. Look at that.
It's so small.
I know. I think this is for like a 5-year-old. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, it's an absolute nightmare because as soon as I go like this, they're all just going to, you see, they start to fall out. Just crap. No, but I like it. It's a very nice gift. But with this, we're going to go on to we're gonna get this over and done with. Halloween was so yesterday. How do you switch these things off? There we go. Now, Halloween was so yesterday, but I did promise last week we would have a discussion about what is the greatest horror film of all time and why is it Halloween, the first one. Now, let's hear what anyone thinks it is, and we will see if we can come to a consensus. And if we can't, well, then we'll all part our separate ways as enemies. Now, who would like to give their nomination first, just to get the ball rolling?
I'm going to give my nomination.
Go on, Nick.
Great movie.
Great movie. I love it.
The Invisible Man?
Seriously, I would say The Exorcist. Largely because I haven't seen a horror movie in about 20 years. They're not my favorite genre. I'm more of
Okay, Nick, we appreciate your contributions, but if this is what it is, we're going to move on, right? I haven't seen a horror movie in 20 years, and you want to go first. Okay, this is going well. Go on, Nick, tell us why.
No, it's a classic. Like, it's a classic. It was ahead of its time. The subject is kind of demonic. Well, the subject is actually demonic. Like, that's basically all I got.
Fantastic. No, we appreciate it's always a thing to go first. Now, I'm going to tell you why it's Halloween. Halloween is nearly a perfect film until the last 15 minutes. I will admit that. But just the idea of having like the modern slasher movie, the stalker slasher movie, just like the fact that it's just this figure that's always moving slowly, but you can never get away from, is terrifying. It's the thing that makes you start to look out your shoulders. The music is iconic. It still works. It's still scary. And obviously Jamie Lee Curtis in it is the perfect, and like, you know, not the original Scream Queen because her mum was in Psycho, but I just think that Halloween is a hard one to beat. Every Halloween movie since then hasn't lived up to it. And everything else you get, Scream, Friday the 13th, they are all pretenders to the throne of the original. Ryan.
I'm going to counterpoint, say slasher
Okay.
movies are kind of hack. I think that inspired a million cliches out of, we get it, guys, stabs, chase. Oh, all the cliches are, or if you want to say it started the history of cliched stalker movies, I get it. But I'm going to come up with a left field thing that's no one's going to suggest, but it's City of the Living Dead. It's a 1980 Lucio Fulci movie. It's Italian horror. It's voice dubbed. It's very DIY. It's very gritty and pulpy. The soundtrack is composed kind of like John Carpenter by the director, and it's very lo-fi. It's very gross and visceral. When you see a zombie, you see maggots crawling on his face, like actual real live maggots. So a whole step up from prosthetics. It's like a real. That's the stuff that
you like real things in your movies, real corpses and real maggots
versus CGI. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it feels more real when there's an element of reality actually baked into the movie. And
do you like snuff films, Ryan? Do you like snuff movies?
No comment on the record.
Okay, you know what?
That's not creeps me out. I tried watching Faces of Faces of Death.
Yeah.
And then I had to look up the lore behind it to find out that it's still pretty graphic and gross, and there's like animal death, and there's still like cadavers and stuff in it.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I couldn't watch the whole thing because some of that stuff is just, it crosses a line of like transgression. There's a lot of transgression films out there that are just like, you can't, it makes you icky to watch it. But
yeah. Oh, well, we can get into that too. Capital save.
Okay, so I'm going to actually ask you the question. Is it the best Halloween movie or is it the best horror film is what we're actually answering?
I think it was the best horror film, right? Because, yeah, like Friday the 13th is specifically not a Halloween movie. You can't get Halloween fall on a Friday the 13th.
Okay, so I'm going to say the best Halloween movie is Trick or Treat so far. And there's some animated stuff on it that I would also recommend. Best horror film for me is going to be Insidious. That's the one who actually there's a lot of horror films that actually scared me, but because I was trapped to see them. But other than that, the Insidious one I chose to watch, and I got really scared because of one scene where at the end of the movie, where the Conjuring guy, Noah, who's the Aquaman's brother, talks into the mirror, and we see this like ghost lady who's been. The very idea of the you have your photographs and there's like something behind the photograph throughout your childhood and your life and reaches back to your adulthood. That scared the shit out of me. It wanted me to look back my old photos and see if there's anything behind me. So that was the creepiest thing I ever saw. And the whole concept is about, you dream and you go into this alternate dimension, and sometimes things from that alternative dimension follow you to the real world. Kind of like the Freddy Krueger dream monsters, but they come into the real world. They don't just stay in your dream.
Yeah. Okay. Fair play. Okay. Marty.
This is a hard one because my first initial thought was to say that John Carpenter's The Thing, but as I got to thinking about it, I mean that is probably my favorite horror movie.
But it's
also, you might also want to consider it. You could also consider it sci-fi. You could also consider it. It's kind of Lovecraftian, and I believe, and Halloween is a great choice. Also, The Exorcist, I would say that's a pretty good choice, but it's a very obvious choice because that was a groundbreaking satanic film. I'm gonna go you one better. I'm gonna say that the best horror movie is the one that took The Exorcist and one-upped it and did a way better job, and that's The Omen.
Ooh.
I forgot about The Omen.
And the thing about The Omen is the thing you can say about The Omen is the sequels are also good.
Do you know what? I've seen The Omen so long ago. I don't know if I've ever seen any of the sequels, but that's an interesting thought.
What is the concept of the Omen?
Devil Boy.
It's the Antichrist, the son of Satan, come to Earth.
Okay. Dev, do you have a nominee here?
No,
You're not a horror fan, though, are you?
no.
I'm not either. I'm with Dev, actually.
Okay, well,
Halloween.
All right.
We only have to endure this because it's Halloween, right? Now, I did see, Nick, you said that there was a film that you wish you had said. Do you want to just raise it? Because I think it's a fair choice.
So I love, realistically speaking, I love comedy. I think that if I could somehow make this argument that this is remotely a horror movie, I would.
It is.
But I can't. But I would
think it
want
is.
to nominate Young Frankenstein.
I'd say Young Frankenstein is a horror movie. Like, it's thematically, now it may not be scary, but thematically, it's definitely a horror movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But we still have to answer what is the best Halloween movie. That's what I'm
The best Halloween
best
movie is Halloween.
Yeah, the best Halloween movie is Halloween. No,
Yeah.
No, it
No.
has a guy with a knife. That's the whole point. That's why I hated that movie. Okay, if the title wasn't Halloween, I would have loved the Mike Myers slasher film. The reason why I hated it, I was expecting the word Halloween, pumpkin monsters, skeletons, like all the classic.
Why is that Halloween? Is someone wearing a Halloween mask going around killing people on Halloween night when there's like
original-
babysitting? When they're
William
trick-or-treating?
Shatner's head.
Yes, it is William Shatner's head.
Yeah,
The
that's the
original-
most
so for
Halloween
Cat.
image.
For Cat, the original
Yeah.
title of the film was going to be The Babysitter Murders.
That would have been fun.
But we could also, if we're going to talk about Halloween movies, we could talk about The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah. But again, that's not scary, so I'm not going to recommend that one. But,
Right.
but it's
But
awesome
like-
Halloween movie.
It's not
Or
as scary as Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Or Hocus Pocus. If we
Do you
just
know
want
what
to do
though? I do think, like Marty, just mentioning The Thing, I should have thought of The Thing because I much prefer The Thing as a movie overall. I would say that I think in terms of a scary film, like a horror film, for me, the original Halloween, I think is scarier than The Thing is. I don't think it matters if stuff is also science fiction because, because when you look at the Halloween film series itself, after the initial one, they start pumping in supernatural stuff to it. And then they try to take it away, and then it always just ends up becoming more supernatural. So, but otherwise, you could say, well, it's not a horror film, except for, it's a serial killer movie or something. But I'd say all of these things, you know, if they fit into enough of the boxes, do count. Marty.
Yeah, watch. If you haven't watched that film recently, watch it. It's so great. Not a speck, not one drop of fake blood in the movie. Not a drop of blood in the movie.
What movie is that?
Which one?
The Halloween, the original Halloween.
There's no blood in the movie.
No, all implied. Everything is.
That's
implied.
insane. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
And there's no gory effects or anything like that.
Yeah.
on
And
that
it still will scare the ever-loving shit out of you.
Psycho's like that.
that was the point I was going to make.
You
No,
do
like
see
it-
blood though. You do see blood in
Psycho had
the
blood in the shower.
No,
Chocolate
Yeah, but-
syrup.
chocolate syrup. You also
Yeah.
never see a knife. You only see the shadow of the knife.
what in Psycho.
In Psycho, you only see the shadow of the
Yeah,
knife.
You
shadow.
see the knife. You see the
No,
knife.
that's the shadow. Look it
You
up.
see the knife.
I
Right.
think
I'm gonna-
That's been recreated in Shrek, the horror special.
Right,
like,
hang on.
using
I don't know.
shadows.
It's, oh, God.
100% do not show the knife in Psycho. I
You
I
see
will
the
tell you-
knife.
I will send you 20 quid, David.
Oh my God! I'm about to make 20 quid. This is the first money the show has ever made. Right. Right, okay. I can't show it on the screen because it has Cap. You're going to be so thrilled that it's got some butt shots. But I swear to God, I can't show it on the screen for that reason. But I am certain.
Here's
So
a
you're
knife.
saying you only see shadows of the knife?
You
No, there's
never
a knife.
see the actual knife.
I have
You
it
only
queued
see
up
the
right
shadows.
now.
For the
Okay.
record, let's give it a-
No, Nick, there is a knife.
It's in the dark, but it's a knife in physical.
Oh, hang on. Right. So, but I do you know what? I'll even be fair to Nick and say that he said it's like shadows. So if it's a silhouette, if that's what you mean.
No, there's
it's
a
lighting. There's no front lighting on it.
okay. There's two scenes. There's one with a shadow, and there's another where it's against her belly button.
The first scene
Okay,
is
so
a
hang
knife
on, wait
holding.
1 second here. Wait 1
She's
second.
hidden.
I need
Nick
I
is
haven't-
about to
I
lose
haven't
20 quid.
present screen share. Oh, hang on, guys. I'm just gonna have to. What do I have to do on this? Because it's going to show something on the screen that I'm just going to have to take it on the pre-show. Audience will be back. Okay, so 1 second. So I just need to put this. You're still seeing this on the regular on Geek Battle, and you're probably still hearing me. But let's have a look here. Window and this and share. Okay, so let's just bring this up here. Okay, now and we're back in the room. And we're back in the room. We're back in the room. I need to bring up the shield of justice, just to protect us, or take it full screen. Right.
You can do immersive view.
No, I can't on this, unfortunately.
Who will be the knife?
I would say that there's a lot of shadow there, but that looks like some light to me.
Right on the edge of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but do you know what? I'm still going to be fair to Nick. I'm still going to be fair. We're just going to continue on. I'm sure you see this. Did you say something about a belly? A belly. I'm sure there is a belly knife. Can't show that scene. Can't show it. That is definitely a knife. There is definitely a knife. 1 second. Let's get this belly. Let's get the belly going. Oh, God damn it. What's it doing? Right. It's taking forever. Now you just... Oh, hey, I can't show it on the screen.
David's narration and excitement is almost like navel porn.
Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Okay, this is appropriate to show. Are we ready? Who did we lose?
Marty.
Oh no,
Marty.
what happened?
Marty.
Right. Marty! Boom.
Oh wow.
There it is.
Yeah. So Nick, you know,
I will Venmo you 20 quid.
you don't have to do that, my friend.
Shit. Nick just lost 20 quid.
Did you know in the book that it's based on, she gets basically decapitated? Like it's a much more brutal scenario.
By the way, has any of you ever read the Silence of the Lambs books?
A long time ago. Why do you? Oh, but you know what? That's a good shout for horror movie as well.
Oh yeah.
I don't consider Silence of. Well, I don't consider. Well, actually, yeah.
It's absolutely horror.
The Silence of the Lambs books are fucking terrifying. When you realize how
many pages it is.
Not that many. It's
okay.
I want
you don't in the books. You don't see the knife. They don't show the knife in the book.
Do you know what? Hang on, Ryan. I've got the book here. I'm sure you see the knife.
Okay, it's on the cover, maybe, but
no, it's not. Okay, but no, that's. So, what were you going to say about Silence of the Lambs? That it's terrifying.
The book is like the movie. The movie's great, and everyone should watch it. But it's not as scary as the book is.
Wow.
I believe it.
I would say the movie is about 90% good and the 10% not so good.
What do you think is not so good about Silence of the Lambs, Cap?
Everything about Hannibal Lecter is great, but I think Buffalo. I actually watched it on TV, so they actually blurred out a lot of the stuff that I didn't. Happy that I didn't see, but when I saw that I was actually what I was missing out, I was like, thank God I missed out because
what was it that you're missing? He tucks it in.
He
tucks it in. We all know that scene. He tucks it in. You don't see it.
There's a lot of gross. Again, I would say sometimes horror they go gross. Gross stuff never really scares me more than it gives me the head. So I never connect that with horror. The whole thing about Hannibal Lecter's speech, acting, psychological horror, I give it to that movie. But when they get to body horror, I'm like, yeah, you're cheap.
How about Manhunter or Red Dragon? Manhunter came before Silence of the Lambs. The film.
I can't tolerate Manhunter just for its overly 80s soundtrack. That just puts me off it, to be honest.
Pretty old school.
Right, everything just goes.
Sorry, I had some tech issues, so I had to switch to my phone.
No, these things happen. Okay, anyone, Marty, have you seen Manhunter and do you prefer it to Red Dragon?
No, I don't prefer it, but I do like Manhunter. I do know that it's dated, but I love the sequence where Tom Noonan as the Tooth Fairy is running towards the window and crashes through the window using Inagata Devita by Iron Butterfly as the background music. I think it's a really cool and spooky sequence.
Yeah, I need to watch it again. I watched it like once 10 years ago, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't Red Dragon." But fair enough. Fair enough.
I like
Thank God.
an old movie like that. Like it's because there were serial killers in the 80s. They looked corny, like back in the day. Like like Ed Gein was a corny hillbilly kind of guy, like a folksy hayseed kind of guy. So it's
do you know what Ed Gein though? Ed Gein. If we're going to get into this just for a moment, it inspired Buffalo Bill, Leatherface, and Psycho. So what a ledge! What a ledge!
Crazy.
We're
Speaking
thinking
of
of you
that,
on this night.
Isn't there a film? The guys who did the classical book horror guy with the Coen brothers or something like that. Didn't they do a movie with like the writer and the serial killer Hotel from Hell kind of thing? I forgot the name of the title of that movie. That's Capital Pictures. Let me look it up.
Okay.
But
Right,
I was gonna say, in terms of books, I would put Call of Cthulhu and also At the Mountains of Madness as one of the best horror books.
What are we talking about right now? Books?
No, we're not. We're not going there. Right, I'm trying to bring this one to a close just because there's a load of other stuff.
Nothing scarier than the Bible's Revelations.
Now, I think we've heard like the nominations here. Now, not everyone here is a horror fan, and so that's like fair enough. But between us, what can we say? Let's check. We've also got some comments and stuff. What do we think we're leaning towards is probably the greatest horror film of all time? I think Halloween, The Thing, Silence of the Lambs. I would throw in there as well. The Omen I need to watch again, and I do understand The Exorcist as well. But I think The Exorcist, it's very slow paced for watching nowadays.
Honestly, I'm gonna withdraw that nomination.
Okay, leave it in there. Capel Fave did finish watching The Substance as well, which I think is a great horror film from
the
this
one.
year.
And Batman did a better episode.
The one and only time I watched The Exorcist, I laughed all the way through it.
Wow.
I thought it was very
strange ways.
But Exorcist 3 is really good though.
Okay.
I agree with what Dev just posted in the chat.
Have you seen
What's he posted in the chat?
Scary movie with Charlie Sheen.
Scary Movie 3 is much better than 1 and 2. Scary Movie 3 is the best one by far. But
it has the iconic TV fight scene with the ring girl. I always appreciate that. I always like monsters getting a beat down.
Yeah.
I also want to add Chopping Mall.
No,
I've not seen it.
I think I know when I got that joke because like months ago we recommended Shopping Mall to David, who was meant to watch it by Halloween.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. Cap, I said I'd watch Trick or Treat this week. I forgot until we were on this show. I've got a terrible memory. I have a terrible memory.
Trick or Treat is a good movie, but it's not better than Halloween.
Yeah.
No, it's better than Halloween because it's actually a Halloween film. It has Halloween monsters that I like in it.
And then I also have one more nomination, if I may make it.
Yeah, go for it.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
No.
No.
What? No, it's a great film.
Monster Squad. Oh my god, I haven't seen that in years. That's a good movie as well.
The Dracula calls that young girl a bitch. Which is the most shocking scene in the movie.
Okay, so I do you know what the one thing I think is like if we don't have enough like horror fans here, I don't know that we're actually going to be able to reach a consensus from an informed position.
Well,
So-
I'm willing to side with you, David, and say that Halloween is.
Well, Marty, I was willing to side with you and say it was The Thing. So we've kind of swapped here.
Well,
I
can
think
we just
even-
can we just say that John Carpenter is the king of horror?
I like
Yes.
that.
You know what?
Yeah.
I will agree to that. If it'll get us out of this discussion and into something
You know what?
actually
Fair enough.
Give it to Austin Powers and wrap it up.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We will wrap that up. We will move on to other stuff. We've got a bunch of other things that we'll go over today. Let's hear some of your hot takes and stuff. What have you seen? I certainly, Dev, I know last week you'd seen Venom 3. I have seen Venom 3 as well. Don't know if anyone else has. We can get into that.
I want to see it.
Don't bother. Right, Capelthave, what have you got for us?
I saw Hellboy and the Crooked Man for a very underbudgeted movie. It was good about 80% of it. The climax was a piece of shit, but 80% of it was awesome. They really leaned into the horror element. Hellboy still kind of looks funky, but it was an awesome film. I really enjoyed it. It has Jeeves in it from Fresh Prince. Some odd dialogue choices.
Jeffrey.
You mean Jeffrey, right?
Yes, Jeffrey, but Jeeves is his real given name. That's why I always use.
Hang on. Cap, I just want to interrupt.
Bro, it's not
just one
Joseph
second.
is.
Just to check one question here. So I was going to look this up. I didn't even realize this movie was out. It certainly, perhaps it hasn't come to the cinema in the UK. But look, can anyone confirm? Is that from the movie?
No,
That's not from the movie.
no, she's not.
Oh, thank God.
Hellboy's
Like, if
grandma?
you know who that actress is, she was in the British soap opera EastEnders playing a character called
Do you know-
Big Mo. And I was like, how the hell
Like-
is she in a Hellboy movie?
She's not. She's not in the movie at all.
Thank
I
God.
mean, even if you look at the images, that color coding does not match with the Hellboy
I know.
images.
But Dave, I've got a really good trivia for you.
Yeah,
Do you
go
know
for it.
who her brother is?
Oh, isn't it like Gary Oldman?
Yes.
Yes, yeah,
What?
that's so weird.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so hang on, look. Big Mo from EastEnders. None of you are English. Right, well, no, Dev, obviously, yeah, right. None of the rest of you. Big Mo, EastEnders, Gary Oldman. Wow, I'd forgotten that until you mentioned it, but you're right. So let's have a look here. So, who would have thunk this was like the same family line? You know, there you go. Acting family, guys. Acting family.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
saying that, saying the acting families,
Yeah.
Huey from The Boys is Dennis Quaid's son.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't remember who Huey is.
Well, and
He's
his
a
mom,
Nepo
The main
baby.
guy.
He's a nepo baby.
his mom is Meg Ryan.
Oh wow.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
And he's dating the
Huey
girl
Boyd.
from the show, I think.
Wait, so Meg Ryan and who? And who's the dad?
Dennis Quaid.
That's crazy.
How the hell did that happen?
Are they married?
Well, Nick, when two people love each other,
Although isn't the girl from Stranger Things like a really famous like not the baby
Ethan
as well?
Hawke's daughter, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
Ethan
who
Hawke
is
and Uma
Ethan
Thurman.
Hawke's daughter?
Maya
Maya
Hawke,
Hawke.
Uma Thurman, and Ethan Hawke's daughter, Maya Hawke.
Wow.
Everyone's a nepo baby.
I
And the
mean,
girl-
look, Sophia Coppola started in The Godfather.
Oh,
Kevin
wow, look at
Bacon. Kevin Bacon's daughter is the star of Smile.
Hey, look, right. The thing about like I'll be honest. I personally don't like it when people criticize like families for nepotism. I just wish my parents were more famous. Right, that's my view on it. Damn them. Right.
Non-nepo parents.
Yeah. God damn it. Like. Yeah.
Can rope me into a business of any kind.
So
Yeah.
I would recommend Hellboy and the Crooked Man. Again, the climax is visible, but I think you'll like this one. Still, the animated movies are better, but you'll like this one.
Does it? Okay, so where does it rank when we had the David Harbour one, which was the last one, and then the two Ron Perlman ones?
It's better than the latest one that came out. It's far better than the latest one. the 2000s films. Well, that's the thing. Like the 2000 films never really went horror. I mean, the first film had like some blood scenes that kind of have like cultist imagery. This one goes like fully witch cultist. Again, they do the horror element really well. So in terms of that, I'm gonna give it to this one a bit story-wise. Story-wise, this is better. But that other film had a budget and better sets and better everything. So, so in that case, that film has been going for. But here's how I rank it. Hellboy animated films. There are 2 animated films. Level 1. They're the best. Okay. Second, in terms of budget, I'm going to give Hellboy 1 the second place. Third place, I'm actually going to give it to The Crooked Man. And then fourth place will be the second 2000 Hellboy film. And then last place was the latest Hellboy film.
Okay. That is. Anyone else seen this? I don't know when it's out in the UK. I would have probably seen it if it came out here.
No, I don't know if I want to see it.
No, you'll like it, Marty. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, I just don't like the way the guy looks.
Yeah.
I agree. He doesn't look like Hellboy.
Yeah,
No.
But you get say appreciative of the atmosphere more, then it'll bother you. You're less bothered by him. That's what I'll say.
Well,
Is
if it comes to streaming, I might watch it sometime.
It's already, I think, it has to be in streaming. It's like,
But I don't like to pay for films. I want to wait for it to come to something free.
Is it still David Harbour?
No,
No,
it's
it's you guys. They're getting you guys. Also, David, it came out in the UK last month, end of last month.
Oh, really?
So end of
Wow.
September.
Wow. Okay. Do you know what? I may not have had like the cinema pass thing. Well, maybe I did. I can't remember. I probably was just going to see The Substance every day.
Well, I can tell you this: the guy who plays Hellboy in this most recent film also played a character you've seen the movie and you're just not connecting them. He played Black Tom Cassidy in Deadpool 2.
Oh wow, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
who was that character?
What?
Who was the character?
In
Black
Deadpool.
Tom Cassidy in Deadpool 2.
That classic character. We know the ones, guys. Right. Does anyone else have any hot takes? Nick, I believe you have a game for us.
I do.
Okay, well let's go on to your game now. We can come back to some hot takes in due course. So what have you got for us prepared, Nick?
So there's a game called the Yes No game. It is 11 questions, and there's a rule to this game.
Yeah. Oh no, I just lost.
Oh, you have to figure out what the rule is. All right. First question.
Yeah.
Ready? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yep.
No.
What am I saying yes to?
Yes.
Yeah. What's going on?
You're just saying yeah. You just answered the questions.
Oh, I thought the yes/no game was where you're not allowed to say yes/no if someone tries to get you to say it.
No.
Yes.
You said it. Right. Okay. Okay.
No,
go
wait,
then.
you
So
said
I'm
no.
saying yes.
You just said no. Do we win?
I think we haven't even started.
This is a different game. Now we're all
Right.
on the same page of not knowing what the game is. I'm saying no. Right.
Right.
That's
I'm saying no. No.
Barty,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
Dev.
I'm not agreeing to something I don't know. So no.
You're not agreeing.
No.
So, Marty
No.
and Ryan each have 1 point.
Because
Mark,
they agreed
do
with
have
you?
a point?
Is this
Marty
called I
and Ryan
Win?
have 1 point.
Is this the game about Big Daddy?
Question number 2.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Is the question? Do you want a point?
Okay. Hang on. So question 2 is yes or no.
Correct.
I'm saying a hard no.
Okay. Cap.
No. I know this is a trick, so no.
Marty.
Yes.
Ryan.
I'm gonna say no for me, but yes for you.
Okay. Dev.
No.
All right. Marty gets a point that round.
I didn't get half a point.
Nope.
The fuck?
Rigged.
I think
This
the
is
questions are all
nepotism.
going to be.
Ooh.
I think the
Nick, I
questions
know
are all going
Marty's
to be mine
brother, really.
are
This is
the
nepotism.
terrible movies that we don't like, and he's just getting us to say yes to them, just to win
Yeah.
a point.
Question number 3. Ready?
Okay.
Yes or no?
I'm going to say a moist yes.
No. No.
Marty?
I'm going to say yes, but not the affirmative answer. The band, yes.
Ryan?
I'm gonna say no to Dave's moist yes.
Dev?
Yes.
All right. If you said no, you got a point.
Dave MC says yes in the comments, by the way.
But
So he can
David,
get a point.
question number 4.
How long is this fucking game?
Another question.
Okay, so does everyone just get a point when they disagree with me? Or
This is going to be about why Jar Jar Binks is crap again, isn't it? Right.
Are we helping you fill out a Mad Lib
Yeah.
or a
right.
voting ballot?
Okay, what's the question, Nick?
Yes or no?
I'm going to say no, there's no limit.
Okay. So, Cap,
No.
Marty,
Dr. No.
I'm just going to illegally download the substance whilst you're discussing this, guys.
Ryan,
I'm gonna say not applicable.
that's not an option.
Well,
Okay,
I'm gonna say
Go
all
on,
of
we're
the
on
above.
question 10. What was 10?
I'm getting Marty a link to Hellboy. Be right back.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, question 10.
It's getting you a link to Hellboy.
Question 10.
Question 10.
Yes, please.
Yes or no?
I'm going to say yes.
Cap,
Yes, please end this game.
My nomination for the Phantom Zone this week is Nick.
all right.
Yes, I say yes. Yes.
I'll say
Yes. Yes. Oh God, yes.
I'll have what he's
All right.
having.
All right. So, the rule of the game. Well, there were actually 2 rules. The
Yes,
first
sir.
rule was Dave could not get a point. So whatever answer you guys said, whatever answer David Pasanti would say, the opposite team would get a point. The other rule was the game would end when everybody called me off that the game was bullshit.
Okay, hang on, just 1 second. Okay, so unfortunately, Nick's microphone became disconnected there.
Dave.
So, right, I can't believe this. He asked me if he could do a game a week ago. He's been planning this shit for a week. That is dedication. Trick or treat or what? Wow.
David, that graphic needs to be different for this. It needs, instead of saying, oh shit, it's Nick, it needs to say, oh Nick, it's shit.
Okay, hang on. I think I do have a graphic of Capelfave, which will sum up our feelings, though.
Fuck.
There we go. Right, okay. So
Hold on,
with
you
this,
guys say one thing. Thank you guys for indulging me in my bullshit
Wow.
little game.
no, that was a really good game. I enjoyed that. Some of
by
my
what
life-
metric?
Yeah, I don't know. Now, do we have any more hot takes?
Who won?
Marty.
The only thing I've watched recently that I enjoyed, I've been lamenting the fact that there really aren't that many good horror movies to watch anymore. I'm not saying old ones. I really want to see some new ones that are good. And so, well, I know, but I haven't had a chance to go see that one. Most everything I watched that was new to me was very disappointing. I watched Late Night with the Devil, which got a lot of attention when it came out, and I enjoyed it. It's
Was it with Nick Cage? Is that the one
No.
with Nick Cage?
no, it doesn't have anybody in it that
Is
you've
that-
ever heard of, except for David Dasmalchian, who you would know if you saw, but you wouldn't know him by his name.
He Polka Dot Man.
Yeah, he played Polka
In-
Dot Man.
It was yeah.
But the premise of the movie basically is that there's this late night talk show, and he's the host, and they're presenting this lost footage of a supernatural event that happens on the show.
That's
Okay,
that's
well-
interesting. I'll check that out.
Yeah. Okay. Ryan.
Yeah, I was hopefully gonna give Marty some things that maybe might be good. Similar to that, what is it with the devil? Talk show with the devil. The same kind of vibe, but different movie and actually good is Girl of the Hour. Have you seen that?
Never heard of it.
It's on Netflix. It's directed by Anna Kendrick, and it's a real life story about a guy who appeared on the dating game, and he was a serial killer.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
It's good. It's creepy. It's very like tense.
Okay.
Good. Another Smile is pretty good.
No, I
Oh my
hated
God, have
that.
you seen
Yeah,
Smile
like
2? Have you seen Smile 2?
I can't believe in a sequel for that. It just seems like you did the thing, and let's just leave it.
Yeah, I didn't think Smile was very good.
I
Okay.
thought Smile was good until you found out what the situation was all about at the end, and the whole thing fell apart. Smile 2 is the exact same movie. There's no new ideas in it. I'm not going to lie.
It's
But,
money. Yeah.
We'll come to. I've got like something I can perhaps recommend. Dev.
Like speaking of like horror movies and stuff, though, even though I don't watch them, I'd like to go on a rant about how horror movies have moved from suspense and thrill and it's like fear-inducing to just gore porn.
I agree with that statement. Like the
Like, for
last
example-
good horror movie I remember that I actually liked was The Ring.
Oh man, I hate that film.
Like,
Sucked.
for example, like recently I've seen
Balls.
videos about something called the Terrifier.
Oh my god. Yeah. Do you know what? Terrifier is just gore for the sake of
That's
gore.
just torture porn.
Even substance, because like Batman Beyond made the whole point without showing any gross stuff of that same film.
There is though. So the substance, I won't give spoilers because it's too good to spoil.
No,
right?
it does. Gross.
It's really
Like
good.
butt shots.
I want to
It's
throw.
got those butt shots you like. Yeah, it does have some butt shots. But yeah, no, the substance is really good. Heretic is absolutely not gore fest if you want to see it. It's with Hugh Grant. It's an interesting film. It's horror, and it's kind of light horror, but it's definitely horror.
No gore?
And no what?
No gore? Nothing like the substance?
I won't give full spoilers because you know it is horror, but it's really nothing like that, and it's definitely more talky and thinky and creepy for other reasons. It's got some menace to it. It's not the greatest film. I think it tried really hard to be a clever film, and it could have been a little bit cleverer. But it's worth checking out at least once. Cap.
There is a movie that I watched with Rachel Zegler. Again, her media was frenzied.
Yeah,
before
everything she does is a horror story. Everything.
Yeah, but there is a movie called Truth or Dare, which is not very scary, but it's a very interesting concept that the Truth or Dare game itself becomes, haunted, and it's a curse movie. They used to do horror curses, and I like this one because again, you're not going to be scared, but the idea of a game being possessed, kind of like the Jumanji was supposed to be like that, but it's a kid movie, but it's an adult game possessed by a demon, was very interesting. I would like to see a sequel of that film.
Okay. Yeah. Fair play. Fair play. Dev.
Speaking of Jumanji, I would like to bring attention to a film I watched recently, which is like a sort of spiritual sequel to Jumanji that never got any highlight, which is Zathura.
I never
Yeah,
watched that. Is it any good?
Not
It was
really.
really, really good. Extremely
Not really.
good, and nobody.
No. No,
No.
Dev. Although,
No.
Dev, I would give you this. It's the only film where I liked Bella better than Twilight, I would say, because she actually has a personality in Zatura.
Okay, fair play. Ryan?
Yeah, I want to mention a series, The Terror. It's an AMC show from 2018. It's very good.
Yeah,
It's
I just watched the first season
of The Terror.
Yeah.
Well, it's a limited. I don't think they're doing another season of it, right? It's
yeah,
just
they already have.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's going to be an anthology series, in that each season will be a different story.
Oh, I didn't know they're continuing it. That's good news.
Yeah, the second season apparently takes place at a Japanese internment camp.
That's cool. Because they called it an anthology series. I'm like, I'm waiting for the anthology because this is like just a straight up storyline.
It's per season rather than per episode.
Isn't that like American Horror Story? Each season.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
And then, like, remember, like, The Haunting on Hill House? And then they did The Haunting of Bly Manor, and then he's done a few other things. Same guy.
I don't care for that guy.
Who is that guy? Why didn't you like him?
You take that back.
I just don't think it's scary. I think it's all like all the kids are precocious because the right like I stopped watching when all of a sudden the kid quoted Shakespeare. Like they're like, we teach him how to speak English well. Remember this quote from Shakespeare? And then the kid finishes the quote. I'm like, that's just a guy pedantically reciting.
Have
English
you seen Midnight Mass?
I've seen Midnight Mass. That was
I was
good.
waiting for it to get scary, and I'm like, all right, you got some dead birds, and you got a priest.
Yeah,
Just
I would say it's a very bore fest series, but it's
come on, hey. So, I will say I think Midnight Mass is the best. I mean, it's a slow burn for sure. It's a television series. It's
climax or build up to something significant.
Yeah, it does, and it made me feel like I was watching the original Salem's Lot again. That's how good I think it is.
Has anyone seen the new Salem's Lot? That's like
yes, it's a piece of shit.
Oh, okay. I'm glad. I can never I could have seen it now. Every time it's on at 9 o'clock at night. I can't see it.
It's garbage.
Wow.
I'm reading the book now, and I want to finish the book before I watch new interpretations of it because I want to just have I've seen the old one, and I think the second they made a sequel of it, and I think they made a third one, right?
Of what?
Didn't they made like a Salem's Lot 2 and then like a Return to Salem's Lot?
Oh, none of them are good.
Okay, so guys, just in the interest of time, we can come back to some more hot takes and stuff, but we do have to enter the Phantom. Joe, I put in all the effort to make these clips, and I just want them to be shorter now. I'm not going to lie. But Marty, I was going to come to you.
Oh, okay.
Is there something you would like to nominate to go into the Phantom Zone that we can discuss? That you make your case for it, and then we will discuss for a few minutes and decide if we are going to admit it into the Phantom Zone. So, what's some geeky related film, comic, TV, whatever you want that you are nominating to be sent into our version of Room 101, the Phantom Zone?
Yes, and I thought of this the last time I was on the show, and the reason I'm going to say it is because I know it's going to ruffle some feathers.
Is it Nick? It's Nick, isn't it?
Yes, I'm sorry. No.
Okay, go on, Marty.
Into the Phantom Zone, I would like to put the entire Snyderverse.
You know what? I agree. I will back that play, Marty.
Oh, hang on. Let the man speak.
I will not back that play.
What's there to be said? It's complete garbage. It needs to go.
So wait a second. What do you define as the Snyderverse, Marty?
Like pretzels? All the pretzel types of pretzels?
all the films that all of the DC films that came off of whatever he.
Yeah, but but look, so the only one Zack Snyder was responsible for was Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Right. And I'm gonna say and out of all of those films, the only decent one is Wonder Woman, but Wonder Woman 2, but Wonder Woman 2 was so bad, I'm willing to put that movie in there as well and just chuck the whole thing.
Wow.
Look, I'm gonna say one thing about Wonder Woman 2. Wonder Woman 2 is a crime against humanity. Every trace of that movie needs to be banished to the Phantom Zone instantaneously.
Well,
More than Jar Jar
here,
Binks.
and I will make this point as well. Not only is the entire Snyderverse garbage, it is made more so stinky and garbagey because the fans are so obnoxious and in defending all of these garbage films.
I would also like to add, if I may,
Yeah, go for it.
I would like to also add the terrible version of The Flash that we all saw and we all hated. The only good DC movie I will venture to say, and I'm using good in quotation marks, are Wonder Woman, which is excellent, and Blue Beetle, which is fun.
I don't think. I mean, I'm going to stick by my guns, but I don't think I like that Nick is the only one that's defending me.
Well, hang on, like we haven't got into stuff yet. I've been holding things back. People may know my feelings on this slightly already. Cap, what have you got to say?
Okay, so there were narrative choices that I would hardly critique on the Snyderverse, but it's no more than I would do the same for the Avengers and the Marvel stuff. So it doesn't bother me as much, but I did enjoy Man of Steel a lot. I first hated it, but then the film did grow on me. Second one, I did not like Ben Affleck's Batman character, but I did like Ben Affleck as Batman because Batman is a big dude, okay? All the actors that they got to play Batman was tiny and scrawny, didn't look like the peak human specimens who can beat up 10 criminals. Even the new guy. That's the only reason why I don't like it. This guy
Also,
was
one
the
thing,
James Batman. Shut up! I'm making my point, Nick.
Go on, Cap. Go on.
This was the Arkham Knight Batman seen in real life. He had the same Batmobile from the games, and those games were better Batman than a lot of the Batman stuff that came out of it. So, again, Snyder made some mistakes, but it's no more than the MCU did make. So I love the Snyderverse for that. I'm not going to hate it.
Okay. Let me give a couple of thoughts here. So, like for me, like Man of Steel, I've said the first time I saw it, I was super disappointed as soon as Superman's dad as soon as Jonathan Kent got sucked into a tornado, because the whole point of Superman is that he's got all these powers and he can't stop a heart attack. You know, so the fact that they killed off Kevin Costner in a tornado, I was like, you've lost me. But everything with Zod, and especially like I thought that that like Jor-El in it was like so good. It sort of went down when they didn't give Henry Cavill any lines, but I then said that Batman v Superman, everyone hated on it, and I thought actually this is really good. And then when you saw Justice League, everyone was like, this is great, and it was shit. But when you saw the true cut of it, it was really good. Now, if you want to include everything else, Wonder Woman was a really good film. Aquaman didn't really do it for me. I know it did very well. But then Suicide Squad was ruined by Warner Brothers. The Suicide Squad was ruined by James Gunn. And everything else that they have released. What if they, like the emancipation of Harley Quinn and crap like that? Snyder was fired years before that happened, when his daughter like had lost her life and they did some shady stuff to get him out. If they'd let the man just finish his vision without trying to make it just the Avengers again, it would have been really good. That's my view.
And gave him a better writer. That's all they needed. Just they gave him a better writer, like with Christopher Nolan was still a part of the Snyder whole thing. I think it would have been turned out great. If he was like advising for the writing or stuff like that, it would have been like more like Man of Steel or fixed Man of Steel. Things could have got turned out pretty well. But
Well,
I think
if you recall, Cap, I also think the Nolan Batman films are shit too.
see, you can't take his opinion seriously now.
Okay, but look, and I'll also say Blue Beetle was pretty fun. Aquaman 2 was dog shit, and The Flash was a lot better than its CGI. You know. So the CGI was bad, but the film was fun. But they didn't do good stuff with the cameos. Okay,
I'm just saying, I want the good, the bad, the ugly. I want it all put together and gone.
We'll vote soon. We'll vote soon.
With the Flash in particular, was who played the Flash in the movie? I don't remember the actor's
Ezra
name.
Miller.
But they should have used Grant Gustin, who was an excellent Flash.
Do you know what? The only thing with him is he had a public hissy fit that he wasn't cast in the movie when he was clearly playing a TV version. So screw him.
Why can't he play both? Why can't he not play both? He's a thing called an actor.
Yeah, no, but it would have the reason that he couldn't have played both is that it would have just made it that it was a spin-off from the Arrowverse. And but it wasn't. It was like a separate story because then you'd have had a Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot popping up on Arrow each week.
Not each week, but like once in a while, that wouldn't be the worst.
They couldn't afford these things ever. They couldn't even get Henry Cavill in Shazam. Shazam is dog shit. Actually, I just remembered Shazam. I'm almost willing to throw the Snyderverse in there because Shazam is so bad.
Yeah.
Right,
you want to talk about the DC shows? Watch the Red Tornado episode of Supergirl. That Red Tornado costume it looks like something a blind cosplayer made.
Red, I don't even know what this is.
It is pure dog shit.
Is that Snyder's fault too?
Yes, it is.
Okay, go on, Dev. What were you going to say?
See, at the beginning, I agreed. Like Zack Snyder has done pretty bad stuff. Although now with the arguments that you've made, is most of the arguments you have are things that don't involve Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Like say you're saying Wonder Woman was good, Wonder Woman 2 is bad. Zack Snyder had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Shazam, Zack Snyder had nothing to do with that.
Yes.
I'm just, fans are the ones that lumped all of these things together and called it Snyderverse. So
no, I don't think they did because I think they called this the DCEU, which it took them 2 years for Warner Brothers to say we never came up with that DC extended universe. That was just something from a fan once, and it stuck. The Snyderverse, when they said continue the Snyder, the whole thing with Snyderverse is they were saying release the Snyder cut, but obviously when Zack Snyder's Justice League was being greenlit to be finished off, they were like, well, how can we continue this campaign to say we want the sequel? So that's where the term continue the Snyderverse came from. And that would have been none of Joss Whedon's Justice League, and it would have probably not continued any of the stuff with Shazam and Black Adam. Like even Black Adam, as bad as it was, I think it's like fun enough. At least Dwayne Johnson was like, no, we need to get Henry Cavill in here and continue this with like the A-list superheroes. Right, go on, Cap.
Also, about, again, this is the thing, Hollywood. I would say it's more than the fans, more than the director. It was the whole mess of studio and producers and Warner Brothers being shit. Okay, yes. That's the whole fiasco was caused by the
praise my
corporate dummies. Yes. It was them. They ruined even a thing that wasn't even off. Okay, it was a baby that was growing. Yes, it had flaws, but they could have been fixed. It could have been turned out better because it had so much potential. Talk about the toxic fans all you want, but if you don't control the narrative, social media will. That's the world that we're living in.
I knew I was starting a dumpster fire today.
Yes.
You know what? I'm feeling it, guys. It's Nerd Raid. Nerd Rage!
Now, I am not a Snyderverse fan because it did got to a limit where I went, just rehash the whole thing. I was ready for that, but
Yeah.
the reason why I never blamed them is because like we never got to see what Snyder actually wanted to do. Okay, it could be Rebel Moon, but he wasn't that crazy yet. Okay, he was doing a lot of things well. He was gonna be good. All he needed was a writer and a proper studio who was like backing him in a good way. You could still have control. He was still an early director, but if that whole thing been avoided, we would have been like so praising about the DCU, same as we would have been with Marvel. The only reason is that the producers and the corporate geeks did this whole thing dirty.
Okay. Look, just before we'll continue, I'm going to try to be devil's advocate here. I'm going to say that it was because of Zack Snyder that we did get the Krypton penis ships, and let's not forget that. These were the actual spaceships, like the pods that they went off on in the Snyder cut.
What is it with like it even imitates in real life with Jeff Bezos' rocket?
You know, I mean, I wish he would have committed. I mean, are they circumcised? Are they not? I can't tell.
Well, let's have a little look. Let's have a look here.
Why are we analyzing this?
Yeah, there you go. That's crazy. Okay, so Nick, what have you got to say? We're going to put this to the vote in a moment.
So, in the defense of DC, I love the. So, what this has been my thought on DC and Marvel for many years. Marvel does very good live action stuff. DC's animation is fantastic. And DC does, like, all their animated movies are great. Like, I love Batman Ninja, Batman Arkham Asylum, the Suicide Squad animated movie is really good, but they shouldn't have done live. They do very good animated movies, but not very good live action movies.
Oh my god, but they do though. Like the Dark Knight trilogy is good.
Oh, the
and
Dark Knight trilogy is
Christopher
acceptable.
Reeve, this is the whole reason we have any of this stuff.
Right, but at large, generally speaking.
And Nick, even the animated stuff, right? There were very few gems that after the Justice League Unlimited stopped, there were only the people who worked on it put out good animated stuff.
Like
there was
Teen Titans Go, the movie. Teen Titans Go.
It was terrible. Okay.
Honestly,
Okay.
I haven't.
Well,
I have
We're
to
not-
say that
we're not
when
talking
DC
about the animated movies.
Yeah,
No,
we're
I
talking
do have
about
to make this
Snyder,
point.
You're right,
The
Mark.
DC animated movies, everyone praised the DC animated movies, right? Everyone started praising it when the New 52 dropped. And I grew up on Justice League Unlimited, and I would say they were a downgrade, the New 52 animations. So
Okay.
I don't know where everyone says, oh, DC's animated movie is great now. They were better before. No one talked
Teen
about it.
Titans Go. Okay, Dev.
As a closing statement for the defense of Zack Snyder, I would like to bring out the fact that most of Zack Snyder's issues were because of outside influences, whether it be studios or whether it be like real life circumstances of his passing of his daughter, or like executive meddling that made him get removed from the production, or stuff like actors acting up like Ezra Miller and his little cult, affecting the entire DC universe, like DC extended universe. So I feel in the last 6 minutes of the Snyder Cut, when he did the Dark Knight, the Nightmare universe, was the best thing he's ever done.
Yeah. Look, and he got the Joker right as well. I agree. You know, that was Jared Leto's Joker getting a little bit of redemption.
Done correctly.
Yeah. Okay, we are going to put it to the vote. So if you want to say like a quick justice, right, for why you're saying this, we're going to come to the man of the hour, Ryan. How are you voting on this? Does the Snyderverse get submitted into the Phantom Zone, never to be seen again, or do you vote to save it?
Throw it in there. I really don't care about comic book movies at all. 0%.
Okay. So that's
So
1-4.
One of them get
Okay. Nick, are you for or against it?
I am against it.
So you're sending it into the Phantom Zone?
Yes.
Okay, so that is 2 in the Phantom Zone. Dev.
Against it.
Wait,
So,
you're throwing it in?
No, I'm throwing.
Oh shit! You just misvoted. Oh my god! That I'm not going to get into. Oh my god! Right? Okay, Cap.
I'm keeping it.
Okay, so
Have you dead to me?
Okay, so it's 2 for, 2 against. Marty, are you for or against?
I want it to go into the Phantom Zone, and I want Zod, Nan, and Ursa to defecate on it.
Oh, do you know what? That's quite a proposition. Do you know? I'm gonna say, sometimes, guys, you have to kill the things you love most. And Zack Snyder was ousted. They didn't let him continue the Snyderverse. And we ended up getting Ezra Miller's Flash with George Clooney cameo at the end. I'm going to agree with you, Marty. You have swayed me. It's going in.
David, you know what you just did? You can never use Henry Cavill's mustache ever again because it's now in the Phantom Zone.
Wait,
that meme was created because of the Snyderverse. Okay.
Hang on.
Listen.
Wait. I hear what you're saying.
Mission Impossible.
But there is one thing that you're all forgetting. I can do whatever I want on the show.
And here's the thing. Capelthave, the only movie that you want to see is Henry Cavill as Superman and Henry Cavill as the Witcher in the same movie, and the whole hour and a half that the movie goes on, they're just kissing.
Well, maybe, except for this morning. I think it was this morning. Capelthave is like, yeah, Brandon Routh was a much better Superman. I was like, where's this come from after a year and a half of Henry Cavill?
I really like Superman Returns. I really like Brandon Routh's Superman look more than Henry Cavill's one.
I like Brandon Routh as the Atom, or who is he in the? Yeah, he's the Atom.
Have you seen the Crisis Superman? Brandon Routh.
Yeah. No, it's good. I think Brandon Routh's best role is sat in catering. Now, let's go on to any final hot takes. I'll check to see if there's any news, but then we're gonna end on our patented guessing game this week because time is getting away. Dev.
My hot take is I just finished Agatha All Along because it just finished yesterday, and they really rushed the ending trying to wrap everything up.
No spoilers, please. I haven't watched it yet.
One objection.
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay,
let's stay off the spoilers for that one until perhaps like next week or whatever.
I got you.
Yeah, all I say is like really rushed.
I did not like the cliffhanger, but that's my take.
Okay. Do you know what? Something I will just quickly throw in myself before we move on to stuff, because I did put it in the title of the episode. I did see the new Venom film, and I'm going to give my take on it in case you haven't seen it. I won't give any spoilers. But this film has no plot whatsoever.
Yeah,
absolutely none.
It's action.
There is absolutely no plot to Venom: The Last Stand. Like, devoid of plot. It even removes plot that was already established in the previous films. Like, I can't believe how no plot there is in this film. Like, it's...
Yeah.
The thing I'll say, which isn't a spoiler because it was at the end of like the previous film and the Spider-Man film, is we saw that Venom got sucked into the MCU universe, and they had this golden opportunity which they throw away and contradicts what happened in a previous film. So for the first 20 minutes of the film, you're like, how did that happen? And then if you've seen the trailer and it's like, Eddie, my home has found me. First of all, it's like, what do you mean your home? If you're saying Zod has found me, then we know what the threat is.
No,
this film. So I'm going to compare it to something else without spoiling this one. So if you saw the first Avengers film, and there's like the monsters that come out the void, and it's like, oh my god, and in a minute we're going to have to fight Loki. It's like they forgot to actually have a villain in this film. There's just things in it that happen. And it introduces some characters that I've got no idea where they came from, and they disappear for no reason. And when you know what the central plot is of this, it can be entirely avoided. But because of what the plot is, it means that they don't actually want to give you a Venom film that features Venom. I can't say enough without being any more specific. This film had no plot. This is no real spoiler because it is a Marvel film. There are post-credit scenes which will lead to nothing and make no sense because they contradict the movie you just watched. And I left before the final credit scene because it was so bad I just Googled it. Anyway, Deb.
Zack Snyder!
Yeah, this is bloody Snyder's fault. If he'd done better, then Tom Hardy would have come back for some multiverse thing, and it'd have been like, I can't film Venom, I've got to be Bane again. That's what would have happened.
Oh.
Okay, so in wrestling terms,
So, David, if I'm hearing you correctly, you're telling me that I must not buy tickets for this movie and not go.
no, go ahead.
No, go
It's
ahead.
better than Madam Web.
Isn't this film
It's
doing well?
Madam
actually?
Web is a better film.
No, so is Morbius.
I liked Morbius, for the record.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
like, isn't the film doing well, guys? I heard
No, I
it's
don't
doing
think
well.
so. I think it's the lowest opening. It'll probably do okay. And I'm not going to lie, I hope they make a sequel. I hope they continue it because I don't want Marvel to get their hands on everything Spider-Man. I want someone else to still have a piece of the pie. But to be
They
honest,
still got
Eddie
Spider-Man.
Brock.
They still
Eddie
got
Brock.
Spider-Man.
Now look, I'm not the comic book guy, but they just produce that. The way they've had this character, even down to his voice, he just seems like some homeless guy that's confused all the time. That's the characterization that Tom Hardy's done in this. It's like, oh, what's going on? I don't know what's going. None of the lines are clever. Sorry, Dev, you were going to say.
Yeah, in wrestling terms, this movie is what we would call a spot fest.
Yeah.
No substance, all action.
Yeah, it's all action. They've even. This is no spoiler. Didn't Eddie Brock have a love interest?
Yes.
This is no spoiler. She's not in the movie, and she's not mentioned.
Yeah, Michelle
But,
Wick.
like,
of all
she
people.
broke up. She broke up in the other films.
But she broke. There is no plot in this film. Right. Anyway.
I'm still excited for Lion Man.
Do you know what? I did see a trailer for that. Go on, Dev. What have you got?
See, the most annoying thing about Venom is there is a main villain, but they are building this main villain for the entire fucking movie, and he's saved for the sequel that will never happen.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, exactly. Well, look, there is no main villain when they don't do anything. Like there is nothing.
They keep alluding to him.
Okay, we won't go into any more spoiler territory because if literally 2 sentences would spoil the whole film. It's that bad.
I'm not going to see it.
Okay, so fine, we're there, guys. Right? There is a villain whose face you never see. It honestly looks like Henry Cavill's The Witcher, like white hair hanging over his face.
It's no.
Whoever that is. But the idea is, the only way he can break out of some prison is if he has the codec. And the codec only happens when you get a symbiote who has restored the life of a dead host. And Eddie Brock's like, oh, I was dead once. And so now they're able to track the codec only when Venom is in full Venom form. So when the head is poking over his shoulder, that's okay. When an arm, little tentacle is poking out, that's okay. But if he ever takes full Venom form, then he can be tracked. That just means the whole film, they're trying to avoid Venom ever being fully Venom in the Venom movie. Why would you do that? And then every time he does have to become Venom, then suddenly these monsters, which are just like giant sloth monster, alien, slobbering whatever.
I call them Venom Eaters.
They can just detect Venom like what you've put the One Ring on. And yet then Venom attaches himself to a horse, but because it's not attached to Eddie Brock, then they can't detect him. It's like, and the whole film, he's just like, I really want to go to New York because I've been accused of some murder in the previous film, and they never make it to New York. And the villain at the end credits is something like, I'm coming to get you, even though it can't happen. I won't say any more. Hang on a second, guys. I need to share a nerd rage just to calm myself down. Nerd rage! Right, anyway, now, we're going to go on to a game, because we've been going like a little while. We're going to do our guessing game. Everyone will get to guess something, and I can only answer yes, no, Nick. Only yes, no. Okay? Jesus. Right. Okay. Only yes, no. Now, Nick, what would you like to guess?
Animated TV show.
Animated TV show. Jesus. Right. Okay. Let's find one. And can I even answer on that? Yes, I can. So you will have 1 minute to ask me as many yes/no questions to establish what this is, and your time starts now.
Is it Disney?
No.
Is it Fox?
No.
Is it Marvel?
No.
Is it Studio Ghibli?
No.
Is it DreamWorks?
No.
Is it Kung Fu? No, it's not DreamWorks. Is it a group or is it a main character show?
No, it's kind of, not especially.
Is it from the 80s?
No. In a sense, but no, this isn't from the 80s. It links to something from the 80s. It's the best answer I can give.
Is it from the 90s?
No.
Is it from the 70s?
No.
Is it from the 60s?
No.
50s?
No.
2000?
Oh boy.
No.
2010?
No.
Jesus Christ.
That is
Beyond
time. That is time. Nick, after that trick game you had earlier, I am proud to say we have never had a round where every single question has been a no before, but we just did. Right. Apple save. I'm handing it over to you. All of the information, which was a lot, that Nick established, does carry over. Go.
Is it about He-Man?
No.
Is it about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No.
Is it about Thundercats?
No.
Is the show a reboot?
No, I wouldn't say so. No, it's not a reboot.
So
Some could argue that, but I would say no.
Did it come out after the 2010?
Yes.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes.
Oh, it's a show, not a movie, right?
Yes.
Is it superheroes?
No.
Is it action?
Action, yes.
Is it the Fast and Furious animated show?
No.
Is it Demon Slayer?
No.
Is it a Western show?
No.
Is it what is that thing called?
That is time. That is time. And also, I'm just going to comment with your photo of you behind you. It just looks like you're permanently just holding up this little glass. Yeah. Okay, Marty. Everything which they haven't learned still carries over. Continue.
Yeah, and I haven't been listening, so. Did we ever establish when it's from?
Yes, after 2010s.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And Netflix, just so that we can move things along.
Okay, is it a Godzilla show?
No.
Is it a popular franchise?
Yes.
Okay. Is it based on like live action movies?
Yes.
Is it a Transformers?
No.
Is it a He-Man?
No.
Trying to think what's on Netflix. Gosh, what is on Netflix?
That is time. That is
Okay,
time.
sorry.
Ryan, handing over to you.
category, you're saying?
What?
What are we doing?
So it's the guessing game.
Checked out.
It's the guessing game. It's an animated show on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Is it anime?
No, but some might make that argument, so it might be actually. I don't know.
Is it comedy?
No.
Is it like a Cartoon Networky kind of thing, or
No.
is it involving giants?
No.
Are there aliens?
No.
Are there vampires?
No.
Are there dads that are angry?
Yes, I think so.
Is it the is it
No.
is it a 70s sitcom that was turned into a cartoon?
No, it's not.
Okay.
That is time. That is time, Dev. It's down to you.
Is it a 1985 movie?
1985 movie? No.
Is it based on a 1985 movie?
No, it's not.
Is it sci-fi?
Yes.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes.
Does it have robots in it?
Is what?
Does it have robots in it?
Yes.
Robots.
Yes.
I have no idea.
Oh God.
No, Terminator Zero.
Yes, it's Terminator Zero. Oh my God, guys, that was epic.
I would have
Okay.
never have gotten that.
Oh, isn't that fairly new?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Capel Fave, what category would you like?
Oh shit, we still have other stuff to do. Give me an animated movie.
God. Okay, hang on 1 second. Right. See what's
I'm
the
actually
first thing
replying to Dave much more nerd ragey.
Okay, right. I have an animated movie for you, and your time starts now.
Is it Disney?
Yes.
Did it come out in the 90s?
No.
80s?
No.
2000s?
Yes.
Is it Mulan?
No.
Is it CG or 2D?
Yes.
Okay, is it CG?
Yes.
Did it come after 2010s?
No.
In the 2000s, Princess of Frog. Is it Tangled?
No.
Is it a Pixar film?
Yes.
Is it Toy Story?
No.
Is it The Incredibles?
No.
Is it Monsters Inc?
No.
What other movie Pixar did do in the 2000s? What else? Damn
5
it,
seconds.
toys. Damn
That
it,
is
why am I-
time. That is time. Marty, handing over to you.
Is it Cars related?
No.
Damn it.
So it's Pixar and it's an animated movie.
Yes.
Is it The Good Dinosaur?
No.
Gosh, what else did they make? Is it Ratatouille?
Yes, it is. It's Ratatouille.
Ah!
There you go. There you go. Okay, now, with that, Marty, you do actually get to start the next category. What would you like to guess?
Okay, can I be specific and ask for a horror movie?
Yes, you can. Okay.
I'm out.
Right. Okay, let's see what you got. Ooh. Let's get something that there's at least a chance that people will get. And I'm going to go. Yeah, I know what I'm going for. Go.
Is this part of the Universal Monsterverse?
No.
Is this from the 80s,
No.
90s,
No.
2000s?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a franchise? Meaning, there's more than one film?
There is more than one.
Okay. Is it Scream?
No.
Is it a slasher film?
I don't think so.
Is there a monster?
No, there isn't.
Or is it supernatural like ghosts?
No.
Is it demonic like Satan? Type
No.
stuff?
No.
Okay. tougher than I thought. What else can I ask?
Nothing, because that is time. Ryan,
Okay.
handing over to you. Ryan, go.
Category again?
Horror.
Horror. Sorry, I'm not doing anything else besides paying attention. Is it Flanniverse?
What? No. I don't know what that is.
Is it Stephen King related?
No.
Is it The Exorcist?
No.
Is there Catholic Church involved?
Yes.
Is it from the 70s?
No.
Is it from contemporary?
Yeah, contemporary enough. 2000s.
2000s. Does it involve an abortion?
Almost, but no. Technically, no.
Is the plot involve a lady with a person in the back of her head?
No.
Is there a lady who's like the protagonist?
Yes.
Is it?
That is time. Oh, damn. I'm sure you'd get it in the end, Ryan. Okay, Dev, handing over to you.
Is it The Nun?
No.
The Pass?
Pass?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
question.
watch horror movies.
Yeah, but
I don't
ask some
know
questions.
either.
Help them establish. You
I
think
don't get
Kat or
that.
Nick is going to get this? They need some help. Right.
I'm going to run down the clock.
Okay, anyone, throw some questions out.
Is it The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
No.
Is it in the 2000s?
Yes.
Is it Insidious?
No.
So is it an exorcism?
What's that, Marty?
Is it an exorcism movie?
No, it's not.
Is it related
Is
to
it-
The Conjuring?
No, it's not related to. Oh, actually, in some very, very loose way, it is related to The Conjuring, but no, it's nothing to do with the film.
Is it Annabelle?
No.
Is it the Mummy movies?
No. You'll find out how it's linked to The Conjuring, but it's nothing to do with it in terms of the story.
Is it
Okay,
James
that's
Wan?
a massive clue. Right, Nick, handing it over to you.
Did you miss Kat?
Everyone just ask me questions.
Wait. Did you miss Cap?
No, he'd have been next.
It's Nick.
I don't know. I can't think of a question. Ah!
Right, okay, I'm gonna look, guys, look, we can't go 3 in a row of just silence. Cap, do you have some questions?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Does it have a famous actor in it?
Yeah.
Has he been in a superhero film?
No.
Damn.
Well, not that I remember.
Okay. Is it about demonic possessions?
No.
Is it a slasher film?
No.
Is it sci-fi horror?
No.
Does it have the characters of Ed and Lorraine? What's their faces from the
No,
Conjuring?
it doesn't. I told you story-wise it is nothing to do with The Conjuring, but it has a massive link to The Conjuring.
Yeah, well, I'm fishing here.
Is it inspired by true events? Is that the
Yes,
link?
it is.
Oh, okay.
Is it
Is it the
Insidious?
It's
Is
not
it the-
Insidious.
Project?
Is it what am I saying? Is it a serial killer film?
You could, yeah. That is fair to say. They don't say it, but yes, it is.
Is it the fucking Blair Witch Project?
No. Okay, guys, I'm gonna help you guys get this. Try
Wait,
to work
I
out-
haven't got my turn yet. It's Nick's
You
turn.
just had your turn. That was your turn.
That was Nick's turn. I was filling
no, it
in for
wasn't.
Nick.
Right, okay, right.
Nick skipped it.
If it's not a slasher, if it's, well, you just said, is it a serial killer, right? Try to work out who the killer is.
Is it?
Is it Poltergeist?
No,
Is it 7?
Is it The
Is it
Unborn?
no, it's not this. This isn't working out who the serial killer is.
Is it Hannibal Lecter?
No, look, try to work out who it is, not just guess.
Is it Nick?
I wish it was.
Was it the devil made him do it?
No, I'm just going to tell you guys. Right.
Henry Cavill?
No, okay. So, is the bad guy, is the killer male or female? Female.
The killer's
Yeah.
female?
The killer is female.
Is it Psycho?
Gal Gadot.
Is
No
it
one
the
knows.
ring
I'm
or
gonna tell
something?
you.
Oh wait, is it the ring? Is it the ring?
It's not. It's nothing.
Is it
supernatural.
Jennifer's body?
It's not supernatural. It's based
Jennifer's
on
body.
It's inspired by a true story. I'm going to tell
By
you
a
guys.
true
I'm going to tell you.
killer chick.
No, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to
The
tell
orphan?
you. It is
What is that
orphan.
like?
Who said orphan? Who
I said it.
orphan?
Right.
You get the
right.
point. There you go. It is
Okay.
orphan.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's
Oh, is it?
genuinely a really good film.
Oh, okay. I didn't think it would be. That's why I've never watched it.
It is.
How's it related to The
genuine-
Conjuring?
And Vera
Or the-
Farmiga, who is in The Conjuring, it plays like the main woman in this as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
So
gonna
if you've
watch
got
it.
that
then.
connection, right? But anyway, who hasn't had a go, guys? Who hasn't had a go? Let's go through.
Ryan,
this.
Probably me.
Okay, Ryan.
Me and Ryan.
Yes.
Well, any category or?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Flavors of the god.
Whatever. I mean, whatever you. I feel like I've guessed them too many times because I don't know. I fit the question or
Okay, I'm
I
just going
mean,
to give you something. Okay.
anything.
Okay, go for it. And your time starts now.
Wait, you're not gonna tell me what the category is?
No.
Okay. Is it a book?
No.
Is it a video game?
Yes.
Is it a recent expansion?
No.
I was gonna say, is it the Alan Wake expansions, which we haven't talked about yet?
That would have been good.
Okay. Is it a horror game?
Yes.
Is it a recent horror game?
Yeah.
Is it for the Xbox or PS?
Yeah.
For both?
Yeah.
Is it critically
I think so.
acclaimed?
Yes, it is. I think it's on both. I don't know. I think so.
Is
Definitely on PlayStation, just to answer.
Has it been remade recently?
Yes.
I
Is
think
it?
Wild's dog knows.
Yeah, they're growling. Is it Attack of the Dog people?
No.
All right. Is it like Alone in the Dark?
No, that is time. Dev, what is it?
Is it a Capcom game?
Is it what?
Is it a Capcom game?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Is it Silent Hill?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it Silent Hill 1?
No.
Is it Silent Hill 2?
Yes, it is. There you go. Okay, Dev, last one. Last one.
Okay, can I get a TV show?
TV show. Okay. Let's just put this in and see what we get. TV show. Okay, and your time starts now.
Is it live action?
Yes.
Is it fictional?
Fictional, yes.
Yeah. Is it comedy?
Not that wouldn't be what it's called.
Is it
but
action?
occasionally. Not especially, but I guess it might be called that.
Is it sci-fi?
Certainly in a degree, but it wouldn't
Is there
necessarily
magic?
be called that. Is it what?
Is there magic in it?
Yes.
Is it Merlin? No, yeah. Is it Merlin?
No, it's not.
Is it Supernatural?
Yes.
Ah.
I think
Oh,
so.
cool.
Yeah.
no.
I think
Is
that
it
counts.
Supernatural?
Oh no, it's no, it's not. Sorry.
Okay. I was like, okay, win then. Cool.
Okay, go on.
Has it got zombies?
I don't think so.
Demons?
Potentially. Not especially.
Is
Okay,
the main
Nick, I'm
character-
handing it over to you. Nick, go.
Are there elves?
No,
Are there orcs?
no,
Is it from the 90s,
no,
2000s,
no,
80s,
no,
2010s,
no.
2020?
Yes.
Is it the librarians?
No.
Is it the
The
ring?
dog knows.
No.
Is it the Lord of the Rings show?
No. There's no orcs.
Oh, I'm done.
You're done? Oh my god, you're going to kick yourself. Right, okay, Cap.
Is it a superhero show?
Yes.
Is it by Marvel?
Yes.
Is it Agatha all along?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Ah.
it is.
I regret
No,
saying.
Okay, we're done. We're done. Right, okay.
I don't even watch this point.
We're
I
going
don't
to
even
do
watch
our
the
outros
show.
rounds. Wow. Right, okay. So, Nick, where can the people find you?
There.
Fantastic.
And Steph on Twitter.
Dev, where can the people find you?
They give them on TikTok and Twitch under the name FWDAT.
Okay, Ryan, where can the people find you?
At Agents of Relaxation on anything.
Okay, and Cap.
You can find me on Zodeeds, where there's 2 Halloween videos. One is about Runaway Brain, the band Disney cartoon, and also the Ghostly Lion King. So go check us out. And also check out Dave MC's channel, where he puts me with the lunch lady and tries to scare the shit out of me and other Resident Evil stuff. So that's a plug for you, Dave. And also you can find me here on numerous shows.
Okay, and I'm David Pstansky. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pstansky. You also get some Geek Battle merch. Go to www.extreme.tv and you'll be able to find a load of stuff there. But also, wherever you're watching, go and smash the subscribe button on the Geek Battle YouTube channel. And with that, until next time, stay safe, always stay extreme, live long and prosper. May the force be with you. Nanu, nanu, and we are off
That
the air.
will never die.
Boom.